Find them a happy home. Look, I already have 4,600 Pokemon in Pokemon Home. I have 3,000 Pokemon here, and I have a Pokemon Sword account just hoarding another 200 Pokemon because I didn't have the actual space to figure out where to put them in Home. I have way too many Pokemon to try to save everything at this point. I'm gonna do everything that I think you should do before Go Fest. Before Go Fest, you need to get rid of things in your bag. So for me specifically, 1/6 of my bag, is that correct? 500? Yeah, that is correct. 1/6 of my bag is dedicated to rare candy. I'm willing to bring the rare candy. I'm willing to get rid of like 500 rare candy. I'm just not sure what to put it into. I could put it into Mewtwo and then not power up the Mewtwo, but eventually power up the Mewtwo, because I don't have to spend it real quick, but I gotta put it somewhere. This will go back to the storage tip. Make sure you throw away all your Nanab berries because they're completely useless and they're taking up 65 slots. So goodbye. And I'm throwing away all my raspberries personally because I have a plethora. It's your word of the day, chat. I have a plethora of golden raz. So I need to delete like 200 more items. I think we're still working on the rare candy, right? Yeah, I still got to get rid of like 200 more rare candy. So another tip would be having enough Pokeballs before going into Saturday. Specifically, if you use the Pokeball Plus or the Pokeball Plus or the Pokemon Go Plus, ideally, it depends on how long you're playing. I would say that these two are going to pretty much burn through 300 Pokeballs fairly quickly. So I would like to have a minimum of 500 Pokeballs going through because I do plan on playing at least 9 of the 12 hours that day. The only time I'm really stopping is for lunch, and I think I'm going to start at like 10 instead of 9. But the night before, you should probably spin a bunch of stops or open a bunch of gifts, and if you plan on using these two, in order to let them run throughout the day. So that's your other tip. I don't know why I keep holding these. Is to stock up on Pokeballs the night before, or whatever other device you use, but these are the two I use. Not at the same time. Depends on what I'm in the mood for. Also, make sure you charge this before the night, and make sure this has a fresh battery in it before the day, especially if you're going to do heavy usage with these devices. Okay, so as we're this is kind of piggybacking off the storage thing. This is just like a common courtesy tip. You should, in my opinion, the night before Kanto Fest, you should empty all your gifts. You should send all your gifts. I have 7 gifts here, because if you're going out and playing, you're probably going to get a bunch of gifts back. So the thought process here is, if people are playing at home, or they don't have the luxury of going out to a park and play at a safe distance, they at least have a gift to open that day. So 2 things. You should send all your gifts the night before midnight, because you're going to get gifts anyways if you're going out and playing. And you should open all your gifts the night before, as many gifts as you can the night before as well. That will, 1, restock your items, 2, let other people send you gifts, 3, increase your friendship, 4, give other people an opportunity to open gifts if they don't have the luxury of spinning stops. So that's another tip. Another tip before Pokemon Go Fest is your buddy. The little bounce back animation that you just saw was possible because our buddy was a great buddy, which is 2. So I would, if you haven't done this, you can use like Poffins and stuff to get this up to great. But once you get to great, you have what's called catch assist, and you'll want that on for Saturday. So when you're throwing Pokeballs, you'll have a chance for your buddy to hit the Pokeball back. I believe this is like, I think it's like 30 hearts or something. So it's completely possible to do in like a day. Not a day, sorry, in a couple days. But you can use the Poffins to accelerate that if you have any extra Poffins. But it will be really good to have Great Buddy. The Ultra Buddy and the Best Buddy don't matter too much. But if you have a Great Buddy with any of your other friends, you should equip it for the Kanto Fest to have that feature on. I'm pretty sure it's 30 hearts total. So like we did 5 today by really doing nothing. But yeah, getting to Great Buddy for Kanto Fest is highly recommended for the catch assist feature. IVs really don't matter? No, they don't. Okay, so here, hold on, back up. There's gonna be one person in chat that is gonna complain that IVs do matter. IVs matter in Go Battle League and PvP, but in like a raid situation, like what we're doing now, IVs don't matter at all. They might matter in the sense that you might save like 2 seconds on the raid. So instead of beating this at like 146, you beat it at like 148 or something, but like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is a really long write-up, but here we go. Streamer question, do IVs matter in Go? My answer, no. You're better off using high CP Pokemon and not worrying about IVs. Why? The IV difference in raids are so irrelevant that saving your candy for a lower CP but more perfect Pokemon will be hurting your raid experience. Situation, you have no Metagross, but you have a bad Beldum that is 0/0/0, and it's almost max CP, level 40. And you have an amazing Beldum 15, 15, 15 at level 10, but you only have 100 Beldum candy. Option 1. This sounds like we're like a in school doing a quiz. If a train is barreling down at 800 miles an hour and a P-dove is flying at it at 4 miles an hour, when does the P-dove get squished by the train? Okay, so option 1, do you evolve your bad Beldum into the Metagross and use 125 of the 150 candy? Or option 2, do you evolve the 125 of the 150 in your amazing one, and then you use the rest of the candy to bring it up to level 20? Or option 3, do you do nothing? This is the problem with IVs. Literally, most people do option 3. They do nothing because they hear that IVs matter. And so, like, option 1 is do they evolve their bad Beldum? Option 2, do they evolve their good Beldum? Option 3, do they do nothing? Almost everyone does option 3. Option 1 is the best situation, though, because the bad Metagross is still helpful in raids and will help your team in the future for raids too. Option 2 will put you in a situation where your Metagross will never be picked for raids because the CP is too low, meaning you're stuck with suboptimal counters. Option 3 means you don't even have a Metagross. Let's go back to option 2. So here's the actual data that proves that. So this is a perfect Metagross, or not a perfect, but this is a Metagross. It does 36.5% damage to the Kyurem, 3340, right? And then this is the 0/0/0 so you can see that the CP is lower, right? So this is 32, this is 33. And it only does 34. So the difference between a 0/0/0 and a 15, 15, 15 is 2% damage. So this is what these hardcore people argue about in raids, is like, oh, you can't level up the 0/0/0. What are you doing? You're wasting candy. Like, no, you're not. It's literally like 2 extra taps on your phone. It's so irrelevant. 36.5 versus 34.8. Like, this is the difference between 0/0/0 and 15, 15, 15. Fellow Flake, thanks for the 32 months. So going back to the initial situation, if you already had
welcome back
a Beldum that you caught at close to max CP and you don't have any Metagross, just evolve it into Metagross because it will be useful for raids. Okay, so our next tip is going to be throw away your Pokemon. I'm just going to auto throw away everything that is 0, 1, and 2. My goal is to have at least 500 worth of storage. Oh, do I actually throw? Yeah, whatever. I'm throwing away the Munas. They're gone. My goal is to have at least 500 free up of storage. I am a hoarder, though. I'm well aware of this. I keep a lot of Pokemon. But you'll want to throw away Pokemon that you don't need. And if they are Pokemon you need, you should dump them either into... Oh my gosh, look at all these spell tags I forgot to delete. You should dump them into Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Or you should dump them into Pokemon Home. How much space do you think we should save? I think having like 300 slots is good. Okay, what are we down to? We gotta delete 300 more Pokemon. You know, if I threw away my legendaries, we would have a lot of space here. Okay. Are there traded Pokemon I could throw away? Do you max out your Let's Go storage? And Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee? No. I'm capping at 600. Oh boy, I catch too many Pokemon. All right, so we want to bring in Pokemon. Let's go to Ash's Pokemon. I know what this is. I know what Ash's Pokemon is. It took me like 4 months to do this. And I'm so proud of it. It's oh boy, this is my greatest accomplishment. If anyone says Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is a bad game, you gotta show them this. Look how incredible this is. Okay, I don't remember what Jurassic Park is. I think I appreciate these parks. Thanks, miss. Now I remember. Oh boy, this one's great too. Holy cow. Jeez, I caught this many Aerodactyl. This is awesome. In 5 years, I'm gonna forget that I did all this work. How did you get so many Aerodactyl? So there was, you're very welcome, Steven. There was, when you went to the 2019 World Championship, they had an Aerodactyl quest line because their theme was fossils. So every time you like caught 3 Pokemon, when you cashed in the quest, Aerodactyl would appear. That's why I have so many shiny Aerodactyl. But I was sick of catching Aerodactyl, so I just, you know how you can just run from the quest and then it like queues it up so you can do it later? So I kept doing Aerodactyl quests, but I didn't want to catch them. No, these are not shiny. I have 3 shinies though. So I just ran from all the Aerodactyl, and then when I got home, like it was literally like 4 months later, I just sat on my couch and I was watching wrestling, and I just caught all the Aerodactyls in one sitting, and then I transferred them to the Let's Go. Okay, what do I need? I need to send Pokemon to settings. Alyssa, send to home. Send to home. Yeah. I actually think this refreshed yesterday, but I forgot about it. Giratina, Heatran. Okay, cool. See you later. I haven't listened to the podcast. Looking forward to it tomorrow. Thanks, Burn. I hope you enjoy it. I thought today's episode was really fun. What happened to my trainer? What's going on right now? How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Stream has been all right. Finished my Valentine's Day event.